So you finally saved up enough money to afford that mana crypt that you've wanted for your commander deck for months now, only to find out that it's banned the next day. Ain't that a sucker? Hey kids, welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, and I hope that you are having a great day despite all the chattering that is going on in the Commander community right now. Now, I am not going to go over the ban list itself or my opinions on the cards. This is not the place for that. And there's also dozens of other Magic channels out there that will do a better job of breaking the ban announcement down better than I could. Instead, I want to talk about the fallout of the ban list announcement, specifically the response some people are having and the back and forth that I'm seeing online on some forums, social media, Discord servers, etc. You see, there are some people who are taking this ban announcement very, very poorly. They aren't happy about it. And some of them seem to be opening their eyes to the fact that Wizards of the Coast is basically the EA Games of the TCG world and have made it a point to stop supporting the company. And when you hear people talk about that online, a common rebuttal that they'll receive from other posters is that, well, are you just going to stop supporting your LGS? After all, if you support the LGS, you're supporting Wizards of the Coast. And to a certain extent, that is true. The thing is, every single piece of Magic product you buy from your LGS, Wizard already has that money. Every box, every pack, every singles card has already been paid for. Your LGS has given that money to Wizards of the Coast weeks ago, months ago, in many cases. You know, these people have to place their orders well in advance of a set's release, and Wizard already has that money. You know, this isn't some kind of situation where the LGS gives Wizards money after a sale. No, it's before it, and that needs to be stressed. Wizards gets their money before a set is even out, and here is why that's important. Being an LGS owner is a very skittish occupation, and you are constantly being worried about what's coming out in the future because you have to weigh the chances of it being a successful product. Because just a tiny bit of misplaced faith can lose you thousands of dollars. So what do LGS owners do? Well, they go for what they feel confident in. And a lot of that confidence comes from their players, their customers, the people who are coming into their store and buying product from them. And when those people come in and buy boxes and boxes and boxes of the newest stuff, a load of singles from the newest set, it's telling that LGS owner that that stuff is a good thing to have on hand. It sends kind of a signal to them. You know, pretend that LGS owners are computers and you're sending them a command saying, we want more standard stuff. We want more new Magic. Inversely, if you are going to your LGS and buying a bunch of older cards, a bunch of older singles, maybe from 3 to 5 years ago, that's telling your LGS owner something different. That's telling them that their singles are doing good and that they should ramp up on their singles buying. They should buy more collections that are coming through the door. They should buy more old lots, binders, etc. and try to keep that in stock. And this isn't just for slightly older singles. This is for like things like reserved list cards, older sealed product, etc. When you're buying more of that from your LGS, it prompts them to in turn get more of it into their inventory. And this is important in another way too, because the thing is, unlike with new Magic product, where Wizards has already gotten their dime for that pretty recently, Wizards doesn't get their dime when you buy older singles, older product from your LGS. They got their dime, sure, once, when that product initially came out, when it was initially printed. They got their dime for that. But they didn't get a paycheck when the store bought that card off of whoever brought it through the door. And they sure as hell did not get paid when the store in turn sold that single to you. So this idea that you can't possibly support the LGS's without in turn supporting Wizards of the Coast, it's just flat out wrong. Because it's totally possible to give your LGS owner loads of love and help his store stay afloat without ever really supporting the Wizards network. Now, I'm not trying to argue that you can take down Wizards of the Coast by buying a bunch of older Magic cards, because that's just, no, it's completely insane. But what I am saying is the idea that you can be done with Wizards as a company, and that means you have to stop buying from the LGS, that's just a fool's argument. And when you see someone online trying to argue that I guess that means you're stopping, you're no longer going to support your LGS, you're crazy, you're out of your mind. Well, those people are just trying to argue with you for the sake of arguing. It's totally possible to just give up on Wizards of the Coast and still go to your LGS, still play Commander or any of the other formats that still exist. There's a lot of rhetoric going around surrounding this Commander ban announcement. A lot of people are really angry from both sides of the aisle. There's people who want more cards to be banned. There's people who hope that none of these cards will be banned. But at the end of the day, what matters most is how people respond to it. And I think the idea that, there's only two kinds of responses, I think that's wrong. I think that it's totally possible to A, still give your LGS plenty of love, and B, also just wipe your hands of Wizards of the Coast for a bit. Maybe not forever. I don't think anyone would in their right mind argue that you should just stop caring about Magic and new Magic entirely, but, there's plenty of people out there who just don't want to support the company right now, and that's totally fine and totally possible to do. But hey, let me know what you think of this entire situation in the comment section below. And for every like this video receives, I will be doing a push-up in the next video. So look forward to that. My last video got 10 likes. Well, that's 10.